He's hip thrusting and his penis is bouncing up and down, and he's gonna catch it between his thighs. Holy shit!
Oh my God! Steve-O has fucking created a mangina. He's done it.
Can someone start me off with like one of those casual conversations we do to start the?
And then I said to him, "Rectum."
That's plenty.
and
Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Guys, we are popping the fuck off right now.
Popping.
So thank you to all the new listeners and viewers. If you are not subscribed to Impulsive, make sure to do so wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it's on Spotify, iTunes, or YouTube, etc. We also do extended audio Q&As only after. So again, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, make sure to subscribe.
Why are you wearing shades right now?
You are also wearing sunglasses, so shut your mouth.
True.
Just being quite honest with you, people watching, it was a long night, and I'm a little tired and hungover. So, anyways, guys, we have a very, very special guest today.
Huge.
This could be the best podcast in the history of mankind that we've ever done.
True.
Of all time.
By the way, is this number 10?
Ooh, I believe so.
Podcast number 10.
So.
Perfect.
We are beyond the threshold.
Double digits.
We have made it, boys.
Oh, we're cleared. We cleared it.
yeah, we're clear.
We're going for the stars, dog. I'm telling you, this is going to be the biggest podcast in the world. I'm not just saying that.
Speaking of stars, who's the guest?
The guest today is definitely a star. Guys, I want to introduce you to the acrobatic phenom, the sergeant of the South Korean Coast Guard, physicist, and the man who inspired me to start doing stupid shit. It's Steve-O.
Stop. Holy shit, it really is.
Yeah.
Steve-O.
Let's
go.
I've waited my entire life for this. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, right on, dudes, right on.
Hey, how you feeling? How you feeling,
I
Steve?
feel pretty good, man. I just have like weird fatigue, man. I'm tired a lot.
Like,
I think it's got something to do with years of drug and alcohol abuse and a lot of concussions.
really?
How many
Yeah.
concussions, by the way?
If you're talking about times when from being hit in the head where like I blacked out, I think I can count 5.
You hate to see
Yeah,
that.
that's a good shot.
That's not as much as I was expecting.
I
was
thought he was
expecting
gonna say-
It's more than I'd like to hear.
But I think he.
But then again, I recently went into it's called Peak Brain Institute.
I saw that.
Yeah, where they were checking for damage, and they said that all things considered, that I was in really much better shape. They said that they were ready to see it looked much worse.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm also a bit lethargic today for different reasons. Mine involve mainly just sex, lots of it.
Oh, good.
So much,
Yeah.
so much so that. Do you read?
Sure.
Have you read The Giving Tree?
Where's this going?
The Giving Tree, sure. Yeah, I remember that one. And then he's old and he's sitting on the stump, right?
Stump. Yeah. So it was one of those situations where you have so much sex that at the end of the night, I was like the stump at the end of The Giving Tree. Like, I have nothing left to give.
He's been stumped.
Okay.
I have
He's
no
stumped.
more to give. And now I'm tired. I was up till.
So, what made was it with a new partner?
Yeah, man. It was, you know when it's new girl.
You know, it's partners, by the way. There is plural. I'm not gonna
Okay,
lie.
so-
dude.
so-
it was just one of those nights, man.
All right.
was
Good.
it was a weird one.
but it's good. But Steve-O, dude, you are an extreme inspiration for me.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm so glad you were able to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I was happy to do it. I heard from Amanda Cerny.
Oh shit.
She said, "Hey, Logan wants to have you on his new podcast," and I said, "Fuck yeah,
Amazing. And Adam,
fuck yeah." And then like I figured that it would be an interesting experience. So then I thought, I'm interested to talk to this guy, and and to show up here and see this absurd playground. It's like a millennial male Pippi Longstocking with like a fucking compound. There's like, I mean,
it's crazy.
It's pretty epic.
Yo,
what
you-
have
You've
going
been
on here.
you've been to Pastrana's house, yeah?
I have not, but there
Similar,
are
but for
plans.
YouTubers.
There are plans in the works for. I got a whole thing I want to do with
Travis.
porta potty on wheels.
Oh God Almighty!
Like starting with like a porta potty mega ramp, Like, and
that's
then
amazing.
And
You
then
love
we
to
just
hear
and then we just shove the fucking porta potty off a bridge.
Is it
you know?
is it going to be functional? Like,
It'll have a roll cage inside with a 5-point harness. And,
but I mean, can you actually go to the bathroom while it's rolling down a hill?
It's gonna for the final one, and it's gonna be expensive. But what I want to do is I mean, do you ever see what Evel Knievel when he tried to go over the whole what is it, Snake Canyon, whatever?
Yes,
and
yes.
like he was supposed to make it to the other side, but he didn't. And so it like right in the middle, like this parachute deployed and he went all the way down into the canyon. Which if you ask me, is even fucking cooler
Yeah,
than
that's
if he
dope,
made
yeah.
it. And it was the thing that ruined Evel Knievel. But what I so badly want to have, like if it's on a fucking rocket or whatever, but like I'm in the porta potty. It's filled up with poo. It's right side up,
Yeah,
you know,
yep,
and
for
like
sure.
the rocket fucking goes blah and shoots this porta potty out like into the Grand Canyon. And then as it's falling, like the parachute comes out, but the parachute's attached to the bottom, so it goes upside down. So all the poo's falling down as I parachute down into the Grand Canyon. Now a lot of people would consider that like sort of a redo because I did the porta potty bungee, but I think
that's
Remember
next
that,
level.
Yeah.
I think that's bumping it up enough.
Have you
Much.
ever
Much so.
considered engineering? Because what you just described is 100%
Immaculate.
a feat
Well,
of
actually,
engineering.
I'm engaged, and my fiance, her cousin, just happens to build like roll
Porta
cages.
potties on wheels.
He's an engineer, and he builds roll cages for trucks and stuff.
Has Elon Musk ever
I was just gonna
reached out to
say.
you?
I was just gonna say.
Like he needs
the
some help.
rocket part, the rocket part, that's not a bad idea.
Yo, Elon, call for help. We're making it official
We
on
need you,
Impulsive
bro.
right now. Send Steve-O to
Rockets.
space in a rocket porta potty.
Rockets.
Like his rockets can land on a platform floating in the water.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
anyone
He's
can make
got
this
you,
happen, bro, I think it's us.
Right.
Steve-O, who funds that kind of rolling shit? Like, who funds that shit?
I've been
like honestly, do you have
funds that
investors?
shit?
Like, when you're like, yo, I want to build $100,000 floating shit station. Who the fuck pays for that, Steve-O?
That's one of my more expensive ideas. Like,
You don't say, man. Rolling shit's
Like,
expensive.
do you pitch investors? Like, are you like, hey guys, this
I
week
will
I'm
be.
building a shit roller?
I will be like I've been working on this project. It's called Steve-O's Bucket List, and I have been just like paying for everything, justifying that because my new tour, the Bucket List tour, is like multimedia. So
Yeah.
you know, so I'll like do the bit, and it's like a stand up show. But then I'm telling the story, and after I finish the story, then I screen the bit, and. And so I've been like paying for everything on my own, and ultimately I want to have like a series with every episode is just like one bit per episode.
So you can't
And
approach.
so I'm saving the expensive stuff for when I sell it. And
Got it.
It's amazing. So you can't approach like Pepsi and be like, hey, you know what goes really well with Pepsi? Shit.
Porta potties, rocket potties, rocket
Right.
potties.
It's genius. It really
You
is.
could try
Right.
it.
I mean, there are. I wonder, like maybe suspension systems.
Like, is there a brand
Like-
collab for that? Like, is there a
like,
collaboration?
I mean, because then, you know, the porta potty and the 5-point harness and whatever, like there's going to be like suspension for the seat.
Yeah.
So when we shove the porta potty over the railing of a bridge and I land in a body of water below, it's all about the suspension that's going to save me.
I told you, there's a
So when
lot
the-
of engineering that goes
When that
into
fucking
this.
thing lands on the water, it's like that's the suspension that you want in your car.
Wow.
I don't know.
See, he's thinking
That's
about it the
genius.
right way.
I like it.
He's
I'm
thinking
like
about
it.
it the right way.
Right.
I got a question.
Sure.
The O, what does that stand for?
Oh,
Can I guess? Can I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Orifice?
No, and it doesn't stand for anything. What it was is that when I was in college, like I was just that fucking asshole at the party, and like
Hey, Steve-O.
yeah, well,
Hey,
that's-
Steve-O.
no, it was Steve-O. You know, like
Steve-O.
people because no one would scream Steve,
Right.
And so they're screaming Steve-O, and while I'm doing all this dumb shit at the parties. And then I remember thinking, like, because you know, I fucked up in college every way you possibly can, man. I failed out, I got kicked out, and I dropped out. I mean, I was kicked out of the dorms.
How did you get in?
I was a reasonably okay student. Like I did well on my SATs. I applied for early acceptance too, so that helped me get in. In any case, so I bailed out of there, and the only fucking plan that I had was to try to become like a professional maniac, like filming stunts with my home video camera. And I was like, I'm going to be really serious about this. Everyone just felt bad for me. They're like, what a shame that this fucking loser thinks that's going to work.
How'd that work out for them, Steve-O?
Well, hey, man,
How'd that fucking work out for them, Steve-O?
I'm sure a lot of them like did all right. Maybe some of them didn't. But
They're doing your taxes, aren't they, Steve?
dude, I was all in. I was all in, and I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna be fucking famous one day. I'm gonna be famous. I know it. And the question I wanted to ask myself was like, but when I am famous, do I want to be known as Steve O? Like, that's fucking weird, man. Like, do I want or do I want to have my real name, Steve Glover? And
There's an O in Glover, I'm assuming.
and interestingly, when I was locked up in jail for my second DUI, I had a 10-day sentence, and I got my hands on some paper and a fucking pencil, and I was like writing my memoirs in March of 1996, and it started. The first fucking page I wrote, they call me Steve O. I'm thinking about switching back to Steve Glover because now I've kind of begun a career, and I don't know if I want a nickname when I'm famous.
It's something to think about. We've all been calling you Steve-O this entire morning.
Sure.
Do you enjoy being called?
Oh, I have no fucking preference.
Can
I
we
really don't
switch
care.
to Mr. Glover?
I really don't give a fuck.
I prefer Mr. O.
What about the glove? You cool with that?
Whatever you can call me anything you want. I really don't mind.
You said you wrote a memoir. And
Well, I did. Yeah, like many years later. Like the jailhouse memoir was 22 years ago, but I had a real memour.
it's called Steve-O, Professional Idiot.
Professional Idiot.
I feel like I can relate to that.
Well, thanks,
Same.
man.
I want to read that,
Same.
Yeah.
but I can't read.
The first time I was
There's pictures.
Is there pictures in it?
So, there are. There's a photo. There's a
Perfect.
photo
We're in there.
section.
We're in there.
But so I'm writing this fucking jailhouse memoir in March of 1996, and like later that same year, I want to say June 1996. It was like they had some contest for like I heard it on the radio. They're having this talent contest. And I call up the radio station and I'm like, yo, I want to sign up for the talent contest. They're like, what's your skill? I'm like, I'm Steve-O, the alcoholic gymnast. And so I'm going to get visibly fucking shit-faced.
Great combo, by the way.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I was like, I'm going to get visibly shit-faced before the crowd's eyes. Like, I'm going to drink more alcohol than can be fucking believed. And then I'm going to be like blowing fireballs and doing fucking acrobatics. It's going to be epic. I'm Steve-O, the alcoholic gymnast. And so they got me on the show and like they brought me out and I shotgun like back to back 2 beers, like, throw it down. You can hear it empty. It's going great. They bring me back out like every other act, like I come back out, I shotgun more beers. I shotgunned like 10 beers during this show. And each time I came out, the crowd was just more, they just wanted to see me get fucking loaded. And the whole crowd, it was like 700 people. And the crowd's going like, Steve-O, Steve-O. So they're chanting. And I'm thinking to myself, even drunk as shit on that stage, I'm thinking to myself, dude, I like the way that sounds. And I like it. And I knew that if I said my name was Steve, there would be no chance.
Steve.
Oh, yeah.
There would be
That's
Steve.
weird.
No.
Or like, what if it was Stephen Glover? Stephen Glover. Stephen
These
Glover.
are names that are chanted at the office party in
Right.
Christmas time when you're telling a guy to drink a beer. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
do backflips.
Dude, they were going,
Like,
Steve, it was thunders. Steve-O, Steve-O. And it was fresh in my mind. Like, do I want to have this nickname? Like, and that just answered it for me. That answered me. That I said, fuck it, I'm committed. So I
That's a
committed
story.
myself to Steve-O. And in hindsight, it was the fucking smartest thing I ever did, man. Like, if you look at like say the guys from Jackass, the names that you remember are the absurd fucking names, like Bam, like Wee Man, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Knoxville's a pretty dumb name too, like nobody who's like real name.
like Chris Pontius.
Chris
but
Pontius,
I only
you know
know him because I'm like a fan.
Sure. But Chris fucked himself because throughout the whole course of Jackass, he like changed it. He's like, I'm Party Boy, or
that's right.
or I'm Chief Robert,
Yeah,
or
he
I'm
went all
Garbage
over the
Man.
place.
He changed his name so many fucking times nobody could keep it straight.
He's an eclectic man.
Right. And you're a big fan, but I think that in the long run, it really served me well to have chosen a name that's just one word, easy to remember, like just fucking goofy and, like boom.
So, yo.
So it was a good call. And thanks for asking.
Of course. That was a phenomenal brand decision.
Awesome.
If I do say something.
agree.
Phenomenal.
I agree. Thanks.
So you mentioned Jackass. That's when I first heard of Steve-O and the gang.
How old are you?
So I'm 23.
23. Okay, so
young
you were
buck.
3 years old. Well, no. Sorry, you were 5 years old when Jackass first premiered.
18 years.
Yo, maybe that's why I'm so fucked up because I watched it when I was
You're
like 7.
5. Like I was watching Sesame Street. You were like, yo, I want to see Steve-O shotgun 4 beers and
4
staple his
goldfish.
balls to his leg.
You stapled your balls to your leg.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was that like?
I mean, which time, like there was
more than once.
There was
All right.
sometimes when the staple holes got infected. Like there was one time when I did this trick. It's called the double back, where like you flip your balls and your dick back and forth and back and
course.
forth, and then
all do
on the
that.
backswing you jump up and clasp and you catch it in a mangina. So it's boom.
So
And
what-
I did the double back after I did the ball stapling, and it ruptured some shit, and I woke up and like my balls were like filled with blood. That was
So what you just described was
Basically last night. Not gonna lie, we
seen this
had the
very
exact
recently.
same thing happen
Yeah.
last night.
When I was a younger man, I used to do double back flips.
whoa.
Like I would tuck the mangina, and with the fucking mangina, butt naked, then I would do a standing backflip. First time I did it, I thought I was gonna rip my fucking dick off.
Steve,
I actually thought
Steve-O, you
thought-
could still do that, by the way.
I pro-
Age is a social construct, bro. It's all fucking bullshit.
You're right. I could, but I probably would want to do it off like a ledge or something.
Where did you learn the mangina? Did you invent the mangina?
That it was not a mangina, like a mangina. It's the double back, like when you flip it up and then catch.
How long have you been
hand.
calling
Holy
it?
shit, that's amazing. For those of you who don't know, the mangina, correct me if I'm wrong, it's where you tuck.
Yeah,
You,
dude.
you,
Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to do this because I've been really letting myself go. Like my buddies and I just had we had an intervention on ourselves because we're fucking flabby.
Yeah, for sure.
And out
No,
of
you're
shape.
fucking not, dude.
No, it's all good, bro.
No, dude, it's
all good.
No, you're good, bro.
I'm on a diet.
traveled a
now,
little
but here
bit
we go,
too.
dude.
No worries.
Steve-O
I'm gonna
on
perform
Impaulsive.
the double back.
what?
No
What do you
way.
Hold up. What the fuck? He's actually.
Wait, you can jump from there?
No. I'm not gonna do the double back flip. But I'm too tall for that.
There we go.
You
That'll
got
work.
here?
Yep, he's got it.
Here we go.
Holy
Here we
shit!
fucking go.
Wait, once.
You guys are gonna see the back burger.
This is happening.
This is fucking incredible.
I love you, Steve-O.
The back burger. We have the
What are
best
you
seats
about
in the
to?
house right now, I
Holy
think.
shit!
I got the best seat.
I
in the
have a
house.
front row seat to this.
Here we go. See, we're flipping. Fucking jacket.
Wait,
Okay.
hold up. Okay, so he's hip thrusting. He's hip thrusting, and his penis is bouncing up and down, and he's gonna catch it between his thighs. Holy shit!
Oh my god! Steve-O has fucking created a mangina.
He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Steve-O has cut his mangina.
How do you top this? How do you fucking top this, bro?
Shit!
Steve-O just changed fucking genders on Impulsive.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude, no
It is
hands.
2018.
No hands.
Wow!
Do not assume Steve-O's fucking gender.
Wow.
Don't you do it.
Yo! Oh my god!
I know you just touched your balls, but fucking shake my hand.
I didn't touch shit.
That was no hands.
Wow.
You didn't touch anything.
Oh my god! That was
The
amazing.
view from behind, you're right. What'd you call it?
That's the back burger.
The back burger.
Back
Oh,
burger.
it did look like a
It
burger.
did look like a burger. It did.
Oh,
Imagine this, a restaurant named after Steve-O that serves the back burger.
I think it's.
Think about it.
Have you thought about this? Maybe that could raise money for your tour.
The back burger. Yeah.
Or your floating shit body.
Right. Yeah. That could buy some rockets.
True.
you're floating shit body. Yo, Steve-O, that was incredible.
thanks, man.
But when it comes to stunts, I feel like there's not a world where you can't say, "Been there, done that." You've done a lot of shit, and stunts specifically.
Yeah.
So my question is, have you ever done a stunt where you did the stunt and then you look back and you're like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that stunt?
I live by the motto that it's better to regret things you have done than to regret things you haven't done.
Hell yes.
That's actually great.
Right.
Hell
and
yes.
I think that the truthful answer would be, in my personal life, there are decisions that I would want to have not made. In my professional life, the worst things were like the more notable.
Yeah, true.
So, as far as stunts go, the one where I fucking shattered my ankle, I could probably done without. That didn't even, but now I have this cool, like, ankle mold with all the fucking screws and the
Hey.
plate.
Oh, that's
Look
dope.
at this.
My boy Mike
Look at
has.
that. See that?
I think
I
a
got two plates,
twin
20
scar.
screws, bro, in there. I
You just
shattered
got
it
yours
as well.
out. Steve-O just got his out.
Hey,
Well, you got
Yeah.
the plates out?
why don't you guys touch ankles? That'd be cool.
And we'll touch tips.
That's
Looks
dope.
like your plate was a little longer.
Yeah, I got long plates, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Big
sure.
old fucking
yeah,
plates.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I don't have regrets when it comes to doing dumb shit.
Really?
I actually, and the real truth is that my regret is that I didn't do more.
Wow.
So it's actually I regret what I didn't do.
Wow.
Like when we were in India, they had a fucking gymnastics like balance beam, and with hot coals, like an ocean of hot coals around it, and I was supposed to try to ride a unicycle along the beam. Of course, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna.
Can you
fall.
ride a unicycle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there was a chance.
I'm not good at it.
What was it? What was it that got you? Was it it was the
Well,
coals?
it wasn't even the coals. It was just like committing to the unicycle.
Yeah,
It's just like
on a beam.
I couldn't get over this mental block, and I pussied out. And ultimately we had the fire gauntlet, which was kind of my redemption. But dude, I was bombed, man. I backed out, man. I wimped out.
But maybe that's a good thing because I'm sure there's stunts where to this day you are in physical pain. Like even I heard Johnny Knoxville was like peeing out of a bag for a
Yeah.
moment in time because of a stunt he'd gone wrong.
He had a lemonade stand.
That's what they called it?
He was a bag
I
of
wouldn't want
piss.
to get lemonade from
Lemon-
that.
Like
Lemonade
the
stand.
catheter would run his pee down a tube into a bag, which was like tied around his ankle
Yeah.
Is that ever
for
the
like 2 years.
is that ever the goal of the stunt? Or you never want the lemonade stand?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care for a lemonade stand. No, and Knoxville, I think, like Knoxville didn't grow up like skateboarding. Where like most of the rest of us grew up like skateboarding, and like so we kind of naturally like fell down a lot, and we got sort of good at falling down and like coordinated in a sense.
Yeah.
Knoxville doesn't have that background, so. Like when he like falls, like he gets like more hurt,
Well, that's why it's so great.
Yeah, his slams are
Because he
so
doesn't
epic.
he doesn't know how to like fall and it looks
Right.
real.
His slams are so epic, and I think that he's had some back problems.
Per capita, did he take the most hits to the nuts, do you think, out of anybody?
Per capita.
Yeah. How many
To
per
the
capita nut
nuts.
shots did you take?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Y'all all have
Yeah, we've all had our share.
Yeah.
of nut shots.
Steve-O, you were always the guy that I think got things going. Like you were that guy, right? Like and Johnny would, I think, look to you a lot to be like, yo, like turn this up a notch, Steve, right? How
I mean, I think everybody kind of took turns.
took
but-
turns, but like how did you start to like cycle out of that kind of mentality of like going way too far in life and in your in your
I
career?
don't know that I've cycled out of any such
he
mentality.
literally
but
so let me flashback for a
No, I
second.
know
Do you
the
remember
back
when he
burger.
put his dick in between his legs with no
But
hands
I just mean
not
like
10 minutes ago?
I don't know, but like even with your decision making in terms of drugs and alcohol,
sure, well,
and,
yeah, I mean,
you know
it's
what
a
I'm saying?
different
Like,
deal. That's a different deal, and that I almost didn't even really have a fucking choice in the drugs and alcohol thing. I just got to a point where the game was up. Like I could not continue.
I've been there too, bro.
I could not fucking continue where I was at.
Well, that became a big part of your story.
Oh yeah, big time.
And
yeah.
you just celebrated what, 10 years of sobriety?
Yep, March 10th, 08.
Yo, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, dude, pretty rad.
Did you tell me he ran a triathlon?
Yeah, you did a triathlon to cap it
Yeah.
off.
as a celebration?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. There was no connection between that.
Well, Spencer told me there was. So
I mean, I just
fuck you,
happened to
Spencer.
have done I happened to have done a triathlon after turning 10 years sober. It wasn't like motivated by
The media.
Yeah,
those
sure.
Effers.
Was there a final moment where you said like, I am never drinking again? Because I have those often, but I never ever follow through.
right. Yeah, I mean, I had many of those myself, and it was only after Knoxville locked me up in the psychiatric ward, and then I went from there to rehab that like shit got
Real.
You know, yeah.
You still friends with Knoxville to this
Sure.
day?
Yeah.
Whole crew?
Yeah, we're all good.
That's awesome, man.
So on that note, have you talked to Bam lately?
I have, man. I was just asking him if he wanted to play helicopter chicken with me in Hawaii in February.
So what is that exactly?
Like one of us would, we each will hang from the legs of the helicopter, dressed as chickens in the chicken suit, and the helicopter will just slowly, steadily like rise higher and higher as we're hanging by our hands. And then like when it gets to a point where like
You're
it's
scared.
like we're too scared, like okay, I gotta tap out, I gotta let go, because there's gonna be no possible way to climb back up on this. So you're gonna fall one way or another. It's just a question of when you fall.
Wait.
and so
I want to
like
do
over
this.
the water.
I want to do
over,
this.
over the ocean.
I would also
wanna
like to
do
do this.
this.
Here's the issue. I'll never let go. Like quite honestly, I'll never let go. We'll be thousands of feet in the air, and I feel like
we'll bring
you and
parachutes.
you and Bam would have a similar like.
I can tell you straight up that I'm gonna start like 60 feet, and then
it's
I'm
gonna
gonna
set
be
in.
like, okay, Dan, I'm out.
That sounds like a broken femur to me.
Yeah,
no, I mean, I did a gainer flip off of the Hollywood Reservoir Bridge, and I measured that at 58 feet. So
You really got to land correct.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
you-
jumped off a waterfall that was 90 feet in Hawaii.
you
and
want to land correctly.
You have to.
yeah,
You
gotta.
have to.
So on Bam, by the way, just going back to that, how's he doing? Because he's had a notable,
Yeah.
struggle with a lot of things.
Sure.
You know?
I think I don't know, man. It's sad to watch, but the thing is that the stuff that I do, that like sober people do, he's not really willing to commit to that.
And
So,
have you? I'm sure you've talked to him.
I've talked to
about
him.
it.
Yeah. He was in rehab after getting arrested for DUI fairly recently.
Yeah.
And I went out and saw him, and I talked to him, and I feel like everything I said just
Well,
floated
because
right through his.
you know better. You know better than
yeah.
you know better than anyone. It's gonna be when he wants to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I'm excited. I've reached out to him a couple times, and I mean, if I try to like push it on him, like, oh yeah, dude, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, I'll just be pushing him away from it.
yeah,
You know,
totally.
so
Totally.
So it's on his timetable, and if we get together and play helicopter chicken. Or helicopter sumo wrestling is another one that I want to do too.
Pretty much anything with the helicopter
Helicopter
is dope.
Helicopters are fun, yeah.
Do you have a helicopter trick with your penis as well? Because that's a
That's
thing
what I
too.
thought when
Yeah.
you said helicopter
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
your dick was going to look like a chicken.
My friend George has such a big penis that if he does the helicopter trick, he'll fly off.
Gone.
Well,
We've
it's
seen it happen.
Yeah, it's careful.
Yeah.
You gotta
Gone.
be careful with that.
Pontius is good at the helicopter.
He's
Oh, he loves
huge.
flinging his dick
Yeah,
around.
and the
That Chris
wristwatch.
Pontius. The
How,
wrist.
how much locker room activities you guys inspired in men's locker rooms is
I
honorable.
got beaten up by this is the surfer Christian Fletcher. Because the Christian Fletcher's chick, like in a bar, I think asked Pontius what time it was, and he either wrapped his dick around his own wrist or he wrapped it around her wrist. I'm not sure which.
the dick watch.
Yeah.
Could it tell
And-
time?
That was just like a thing, and then but Fletcher thought it was me, so I was in a bar. I think it was the Viper Room, and some guy's like, and it's loud, and the guy's like, hey, like saying something, and I'm like, I can't hear it, and as I turn my head like that, just
Bang, boom, bang.
just
Oh,
the
shit.
gnarliest.
Wait,
just dropped me with.
Is
the
that what this is from, dude?
No. That's from trying to get cauliflower ear with Chuck Liddell.
Why were you trying to
my
get
God,
cauliflower ear?
dude.
Guys,
I'm still trying.
This is a picture of Steve-O's ear looking
Right, I mean,
brutally mutilated.
yeah,
It's like Mike Tyson bit it off.
Right, more than anything, it got cut, and you can see I said in the caption, like, I really don't know what's going on. Like, it's like hopefully it worked. Like, under all that
Wait,
glue,
wh-
we glued it shut because it got cut open with a rat trap, and then I still wanted to continue on and shoot it point blank with a paintball. So
What about your eardrums?
that just
We don't think about that one. We didn't talk about that.
We didn't talk about that.
There's
But dude, we sorry for interrupting there, but we used my ear as a golf tee. That was epic.
Hey, did that work?
It did actually. I thought my fucking ear might get ripped off, but
Did Chuck
yeah,
Chuck Liddell, right?
Chuck Liddell, yeah,
He beats the shit out of you, but you're friends.
yeah,
How does that work? I've seen him choke you out.
yeah.
I've seen
he's,
him try to cut your ear off.
yeah, he's. We
That's
were
what
in
best
Peru.
friends do.
yeah, we beat
were
the
in
shit out of each
Peru.
other.
We're in Peru, and I was like, dude, I'm checking out his ear, and it's all fucked up, and I'm like,
You
and I'm
liked what
like,
you saw.
yeah, I really like that.
I want that for myself.
And I'm like, dude, do you think you could give me cauliflower ear? And he's like, if anybody else asked me that, I'd say that's fucked up. But for you, Steve-O, yeah, I'd do that.
And then what? And then he just starts fucking your ear up.
But I waited to kind of plan it out a little more. But dude, I'm gonna show you the fucking the golf tee. I'll even let you
Today alone, while you look up that video,
I'll let you share it with your fucking with your people here.
is it on Facebook?
It's not. It's one shot that I forked over to TMZ, and they ran it on there. But they didn't even make the point that we were using my ear as a fucking golf tee.
TMZ, come on. Make the fucking point.
They were just like,
This is no. Don't make the point. This is why we're on the come up.
And we'll
'Cause we
make the
dive
point.
into the stories. We'll make the
Right.
point.
All right,
Subscribe to Impulsive. Today alone, I saw you get a BB gun shot in your nipple. I saw you running around with your head on fire. Your pain tolerance has got to be high as fuck. Yeah, or you still feel pain, but you just choose to ignore it.
Yeah, I do. I'm not. This one I'm not gonna share, but check it out. Boom.
Wait. Is that a rat trap?
Yeah.
That's a rat trap.
Yeah, and that's why we had to put so much glue.
Oh, that's why your ear
yeah, we had to put.
is partially missing,
See how the fucking.
bro.
It just got.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so it was. It was pouring.
Your face says it all.
Blood just squirted out.
Projectile.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, my whole ear got ripped open. That's why I had to glue it like that.
Can I just say that your ears look phenomenal?
Incredible.
Like,
Well, thanks,
they're
man.
Literally two of the
amazing
best-
looking ears.
incredible.
It wouldn't seem as though those things have happened.
I know,
That is true. That is true, Mr. O.
It's
If that's your real name.
yeah, it's really weird.
Steve-O, what do people that do stunts now? Because there's like a whole new age and era of stunt people.
Here, this is
Table
this is
that.
where.
Oh, this is the golf club?
Yeah, watch this, dude.
He still hit it.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, in my
Yeah.
opinion, that's a stunt where I would look back and go,
I shouldn't have done that.
I wish I didn't do that stunt.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But apparently Steve-O never has that.
Dude, look at his ears now.
Okay.
Though it's like
No
there's
regrets.
It was all worth
regrets.
it.
No regrets
all
at
worth
all.
it.
All right, here we go, dude. This is you can see it. You can really see it go down here.
Steve-O, that helmet looks like it's made from a watermelon.
Hey, dude, nobody knew.
I blame Chuck Liddell, man.
Boom. Nobody knew if my ear was still fucking attached, man.
What if your ear just went flying? Your whole ear came
Yeah.
off.
Hey, this is distinctly possible, man. I thought it
And the
might
T
have.
didn't go in.
No, my ear was the T.
Oh, it was attached to the T. Okay.
Nah, we just rested the golf ball on my ear. Hey, wait, when you can pull that footage off TMZ if you want to include it in the edit.
All right,
Perfect.
yeah, we will.
Yeah, cool.
But so to Mike's point, the younger generation, and me included, were very much so inspired by what you guys did. What do you think about people doing stunts nowadays? Because I think there's few kids our age that are doing stunts that could even come close to living up to what you guys did.
I mean, it just depends. I think that yes, a lot of stuff has been done. also I think that it's really kind of a difficult thing to find that right balance where you can do really like reckless and like self-destructive shit and still have it be funny. You know, like you're really like gotta like sort of find that balance between like before you get too dark, but still you want it to be like really gnarly and insane. So the key is in not taking yourself too seriously. You know, you like people like trying to be like cool doing the stuff I do. It's not, you want to be able to like, you want to be able to not take yourself seriously, and you want to make sure that there's something funny about what you're doing. You know, like using an ear as a golf tee is like kind of funny to me. You know, it's like it's an absurd thing,
Right.
And it's not just like, oh, let's, you know.
But also the censorship that's happening on the internet as well. Like a lot of your videos on YouTube actually are age restricted.
I saw like it used to be like 3 or 4. Now I've got like 18 of them. And that's out of like less than 50 videos total.
Yeah, and so I'm sure kids want to do stunts per se, but are afraid of being censored, which obviously sort of sucks. So how do you to this day manage to stay true to yourself and do the shit you want to do while worrying and being conscious about social climate?
I mean, I don't give a fuck about social climate.
Fuck social climate.
I don't care about that, but and I don't even care about censorship, frankly. Like I got into like the YouTube. I mean, for me, when I became a YouTuber, right, and this was 2013, it was like kind of soul crushing for me, you know, like because here my buddies and I have made like real movies that were like #1 in the box office every time, and like then, you know, we haven't done that since 2010. And I was trying to get shit going on my own, like just by myself. And I'd go in and pitch TV shows and it wouldn't work. And I was like, fuck. And I was just like banging my head against a wall. And finally I was like, fuck it. I just have to like, I'm going to lose my mind. I just have to, you know, get in this YouTube thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking like that this is like, I went from #1 box office movies to uploading YouTube videos, you know, like to me
when you say it like that.
Well, I mean,
I'm starting to hate myself.
See you later, guys.
Thank you for watching this episode of Impulsive.
Well, no, but like I'm just saying that was in my head. Yeah. What I didn't understand, right? And I was like, you know, and this was at a time when Knoxville was making the Bad Grandpa movie, and we knew that was happening, but we didn't really kind of understand it. It was like, wait, it's a Jackass movie, like without the it was like, fuck, you know. Knoxville like Justin Timberlake does, and now we're like now I'm gonna learn what it's like to be the Jackson 4, you know.
Yo, but I joke, but this all makes so much sense.
I was like, I mean, so I'm in this dark place. Like Knoxville's making a Jackass movie alone.
And now I'm a YouTuber.
And now, you know, and I'm trying to make shit happen. And I had this show that I was hosting, like where we do mean shit to people while they were singing karaoke. And like I got all touchy about them using animals, and I was like, I won't fuck with animals anymore. And they were like, okay, great, we're gonna get a new host. So I lost that. Damn. I felt like I got fired from Jackass and the one TV gig that I had. And I'm in this like dark fucking place. And I'm like, I just gotta fucking do. So I did some collabs, or I kind of planned it out. I did it with Vitaly and Roman Atwood,
which I saw. Yeah,
those guys.
Right. Yeah. And so by collaborating and driving traffic from both of their channels to mine, like I landed on YouTube like overnight. I mean,
I remember that. Wait, hold on.
I landed on YouTube like in a.
Wasn't your first video a fight with Vitaly or something?
That was the one that launched my channel. My first video on my channel was the condom prank, which was pretty dope.
Yeah, that went viral.
I loved that one, you know. But so now here where I was like, fuck, I'm making YouTube videos, like, oh, you know, like this is so sad and depressing when it's not, you know, it's fucking, that's the way the world is now.
No,
you know?
But
that's the way the world is now, and like, thank God I got hip to it, like when I did.
And you've got how many? You've got what, like 4 million?
4 million.
Yeah, I got like I barely ever fucking even like I post pretty infrequently, but the thing was that right when I launched my channel, all of a sudden I mean, I had my stand-up career, I do like my live comedy tour.
Yep.
And so I was never like too worried about it. But the thing was that I only had agent representation for stand-up. And the rest, I was just like, I had nothing going on. And then when my YouTube channel came out, all of a sudden, like the big agents are like, hey, we want to represent you in the digital space.
Digital's
We want to represent you. And so now all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, people give a fuck about me. And then I like signed with this agent. He's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, well, I want to do this. I want to do that. And he's like, done. And so then all of a sudden I had this like rebirth of my career, which I owe entirely to getting into YouTube, And so I did that, and I wouldn't post all the time, but when I posted, like, I like to think that I post dope shit. And then it got to a point where I'm like, fuck, like I'm just fed up with giving shit away. So a while back, I started kind of banking it, like I don't like I film epic shit and I'm like, yo, like I'll show you, and like, but I keep it under lock and key. So if people want to see like. And that way I don't have to worry about censorship.
Yeah. True,
like I don't have to worry. Dude, like I just filmed this fucking thing. Like this, and it's on my bucket list where it's like these are the stunts that I've had the ideas for so long, but like they were just so fucked up. And then now I'm just doing them. Like this idea of skyjacking, right? Like
Is that like masturbation in the sky?
or is it stealing someone who's
Nah.
parachuting? Skydiving.
And I have this irrational fear of roller coasters. I don't fucking like them. I don't want to go on a roller coaster. I don't want to bungee jump, and I definitely didn't want to skydive, right? So like for years, my way to avoid skydiving was like people would be like, hey, you want to go skydiving? I'd say, no, fucking everybody does that, man. Like I'm not doing it. Like if I do skydiving like the way I'm gonna do it, the first time with the tandem dude strapped on your back, I'm gonna be fucking butt naked.
Hell yeah.
With the fucking dude on my back, and I'm gonna be furiously jacking off.
Yeah,
Skyjacking.
And I'm gonna be jacking off and like and right when I'm fucking like on the point of no return.
Are you talking about the parachute or blowing up?
I'm gonna fucking jump out of there. I'm gonna leave the airplane as I'm blowing a load, simultaneously butt naked, falling out of an airplane, coming everywhere.
You're incredible.
beautiful.
And
You're
I
incredible.
fucking pulled it.
Somebody needs to paint that.
Wait,
Wait, sorry, you did that?
Yeah, you bet I did.
What? It's done? It's already made?
Yeah, yeah, it's in the can.
Oh my
Are you
God.
about to show me this video?
I could maybe
I'm
I'll
gonna
show
take a
you.
piss.
I feel like we
Get
all
that
need
going.
to.
Are you gonna hit pause on the? Is there such a thing as?
I'm also curious why y'all don't time your pisses to
Dude,
go
I
before the podcast.
really have to pee right now.
Why don't you go right now while Steve looks up this video? Okay. We're going to take a short commercial break. This episode is brought to you by Maverick by Logan Paul. Use the code Impulsive for 25% off.
Whoops.
Oh, you have it? No, it's all right.
No, that was a different one.
I'm just kidding. We don't have commercial breaks.
You know.
Do we leave this in? Fuck it. I'm going. No, I think we do. Is anyone else genuinely curious why the fuck they don't go before the show? How small are your bladders? You son of a bitch. We have the biggest guest ever in the history of Impulsive, and y'all are peeing together in a bathroom playing swords.
Irresponsible.
It's irresponsible.
It's irresponsible.
It's what it is. I've jumped out of a plane naked too, Steve-O.
Did you?
It was just, it was one of those things I felt had to be done. Except I didn't get the pleasure of ejaculating
so you really
in the
did,
air.
You really did jump out of a plane naked?
Yeah.
That's epic.
Hey guys, good to have you back in the show.
Hey, welcome
Oh,
back.
but also one more thing. Fuck you
I had to
both.
pee so bad. I was holding it for so long.
How
And
did you both go in the same bathroom?
he's like, Logan needs you guys to pee at the fucking same time. And
Wait, you really went at the
we
same
had
time?
to because you forced us, you fucking boss.
Yeah.
Hate you.
Someone's got to drive this show.
Did you find your skyjacking video?
This is only one angle.
I'm going to iterate exactly what I'm seeing about. Holy fucking shit. Steve was jumping out of the plane. He's jacking off and he's nutting. He nutted as he fell out of the plane.
How did you convince the guy on your back
dude,
to do this? Did he wear like a face mask?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a good
What the
question.
fuck?
Goggles.
Right, like
It's incredible.
That is amazing.
That's only one angle, dude. We had like 13 cameras.
Did you get a super slow mo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mounted on the side of the plane, And I wasn't free falling yet, but I'm outside the airplane when I fucking came. The wind caught it and blasted it right into the slow-mo camera.
So how do you get in this? Like for me, when we skydive, I'm like nervous. I could not imagine getting in that zone
That's the thing is that like I said, I have this irrational fear. I don't fucking like it. And so that like the jacking off piece helped. Like because when I'm going, like there's no like it's like okay.
What were you thinking about, Steve-O?
Well, I taped a portable DVD player down inside the airplane, so I was.
What were you watching?
What porn star were you watching?
What's her name? Lee Raven.
Not Riley Reid, by chance?
Do you know Lee Raven? You do? So here's the thing. We've recently befriended one of the largest porn stars in the world. And I mean, she's amazing. Okay?
I haven't watched porn in a long time.
Yeah, me either. Porn sucks.
I've actually never watched it.
I made an exception for skyjacking, but
Do you think skyjacking should now morph into sky fucking?
I've always wanted to do that.
Because I have, if you remember from a podcast not too long ago, an intense bucket list item that includes fucking while hanging from
The House from Up.
the movie with the balloons where the house lifts
Okay.
off. And so you have just inspired me to actually make that happen now.
sky fucking. is
Sky
pretty
fucking.
dope.
Somebody actually did do it.
Don't you try
I
to
don't
step
believe that.
don't you try to
I
step
don't
on my
believe that.
don't you try to
No, they
step on my
did.
dreams.
They did, and they got in big trouble.
I heard about
What?
I heard about Skydive 69,
That's censorship, dude.
but I didn't hear about sky fucking.
Yeah, look it up. They did.
So-
It's
so
not
you-
on YouTube
You know
at
what's
all.
you know what's interesting? So a lot of people would point a finger at you, and even me, I've had it done where they're like, "Yo, you're just doing a bunch of stupid shit in a row. Like, is that a good example?" Blah blah blah. But when I was on Jimmy Kimmel, he said to me, "You've done so many stupid things in a row that it's become a smart thing that essentially made you rich and famous." But are you ever worried that kids are going to recreate the things you're doing, such as jacking off out of a plane
Skyjack.
and,
Yeah, I mean,
and hurt themselves?
I don't think that anyone's getting hurt skyjacking. And with regard to the rest of it, like there was an outrage. Like when Jackass came out, there was no YouTube.
Right.
And kids were showing up in hospitals like a lot, trying to,
By the way,
inspired by us.
I was one of those kids.
Right.
I fucked myself up. The first video I ever put on the internet was called Logan Does Stunts.
Okay.
It wasn't as like I didn't take my ball sack to my leg, but you get the point.
I mean, what I always said was, "Hey, man, like I'm a professional at what I do," and I would say it's not Tony Hawk's fault every time a kid falls off a skateboard.
You mentioned one thing too.
It's true.
I think you may have tweeted it. I forget where I saw it, but you were talking about how you guys didn't go out of your way to like hurt other people. You were hurting yourselves.
Yeah.
And I think
for
that was an interesting perspective.
Yeah, it was always important to us to to not like we just try to make people like happy, and we don't target anybody in any negative way.
It was just a different time, Steve-O, too.
That
it was
is
a different
true
time
and a
because
half.
you know what? You know what I always found like, and I think back to it, like when Jackass was coming up, it was at a time where like stuff like that, like Jackass aligned so well with action sports. Like you guys were tight with all of the action sports guys, right? And it was just a different time. Kids weren't sitting at home in their safe space, watching like videos on their phone. They were out there fucking getting it. Like I was jumping 40-foot tabletops on my Haro, when I was 12 years old and breaking my fucking wrist, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's just a different world now. So like how do you what do you say to the people that are getting involved now that are gonna have to deal with that like censorship? Like how do you what do you do?
I mean, dude, I don't even have any
deal with
advice. Like that, I don't think that there's a I mean, but like a kid who wants to be like a famous YouTuber, like I don't know, like come up with an idea, right? Like
It's a good start.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, like what I think the catch-all advice for anybody, regardless of what it is they want to do, whatever you want to accomplish, like the key is to start doing it. You just whatever it is, no matter what, start fucking doing it, and expect to put a lot of time into it to get good at it, and like depending on how passionate you are and how hard you work, like maybe you'll get pretty good at it and it'll work out.
Here's where this is interesting. As much of the crazy stuff you do, you're also an extreme animal advocate. You're a vegan.
pescatarian these days.
That's what I said.
Episcopalian,
That's
yeah.
what I said. But
I care about animals.
You got Wendy here with you right now.
Wendy,
yo,
come.
this video went
Wendy,
crazy viral
Wendy.
on Facebook.
Wendy, come here. Come here, Wendy.
Wendy, come.
Guys, Wendy
Get over
is
here.
Steve-O's dog that he found in Peru, on the streets of
Good
Peru.
girl. Come on, baby girl.
This animal is beautiful. She's regal.
God.
Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, I don't have any treats for her.
Oh, is she nervous?
Get up here. Come here, good girl.
She hops on his lap.
Wendy, up.
Did you see the video? I saw this video when it first went viral on Facebook.
I don't know if I saw
where,
this one.
where Steve-O talked about meeting Wendy in the streets of Peru, and she was the one that you resonated with, yeah?
Oh, dude, I fucking love this dog, man. I bring her on every airplane, everything. I didn't bring her to South Africa because international travel is tricky. But everywhere I fly in the States, everywhere on tour, like I bring fucking
Wendy's with
Wendy.
you. Yeah.
She's amazing, man.
Yeah.
So you're involved with animal rights, and you've been
I
for
give
a while.
I give a fuck about animal rights, and you know, whatever. The thing with PETA, you know, they're just really polarizing. I think
Yeah,
that
they're intense.
their approach to helping animals, it sometimes can be a little counterproductive. Like, look at this last week. They were like, using the term "bring home the bacon" or "kill two birds with one stone" is as bad as racism and homophobia, and like using like slurs and like that. It just makes everybody laugh and make fun of them, and like, and then they have their demonstrations where they want to go and throw paint on people,
Yeah.
like, you know, where they're assaulting people, and
Yep.
and then there's this whole fucking weird deal where they want to euthanize, like they actually kill. Like they kill animals, like they kill dogs, like they euthanize dogs. If there's any question about that, like about whether the dog is in a situation that where they just judge, like when in doubt, put the fucking thing down. Like when in doubt, kill the animal. Like I don't understand that. I like that.
Counterproductive.
Yeah.
The lady in charge of PETA, Ingrid Newkirk, like wrote me an email like defending their position to when in doubt, kill every fucking dog that you can.
That's a horrible fucking theory.
How do you
Hey, just win it out.
It was just like she was just like
Drop it down.
like you know, and if there's any question that it could possibly be suffering, we kill it, like in whatever words. So
What
I
if they
mean,
did that to humans? It's like, hey man, you look a little
shitty
right.
today,
You look a
little
man.
shitty
I'm gonna
today.
just
it look like you're having a bad day.
You look like you're having a bad day, dog.
What happened to
Right.
me at the beginning of the episode? I feel like shit today.
Yeah, they
How
would've-
do I
they
look? You
would've-
would have been off.
they
How do I
would've-
look? You would have been off.
I mean, I'm.
You look great now.
Legally
See, that's the
obligated
point.
to say you look good,
Yeah.
but you look like fucking shit, dude. To be honest with you, you're pasty.
Right. I
Fuck
mean,
yeah.
and whatever, you know, like there's some people that probably agree with it. You know, not everybody's going to agree on everything. But with that said, my position with PETA, I've done stuff with PETA, but it's always on an issue by issue basis. Like I cannot give them a blanket endorsement for
Right.
everything that they get behind because I don't agree with everything that
What
they do.
I think it's pretty dope though to see what you're doing right now because you just got back from South Africa. Do you want to talk about the work you do? with some
Fucking
tortoises?
hilarious! Oh my god, one of the items on my bucket list was I wanted to just like take on trophy hunting, like you know these fucking assholes. They
Yo,
shoot
I actually feel very strongly about
Right.
this.
Same.
I've tweeted about this before.
Same.
And
Right.
I grew up in a hunting family. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you do when you say take
Well-
them down? Like physically tackle them?
Well,
'Cause
no,
that's
no,
something
yeah.
I'm interested in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this is an old idea. Again, it's like one of the things where I described like everything on my bucket list is so fucking absurd that it was never actually supposed to happen. But I've taken it upon myself most recently. This is my new project to actually go through with every fucked up idea like skyjacking. So now like this idea was like, okay, I want to take on trophy hunting by promoting tranquilizer darts, right? Like what if these trophy hunters, if it's so important to them to take a picture with
the
an
picture,
animal,
yeah.
what, shoot it with a fucking tranquilizer
Wow.
dart, take your picture, let the fucking thing wake up. Why do you got to kill it?
Wow.
That was my thinking. So I'm like, all right, now I want to
Makes
promote.
sense.
I want to promote tranquilizer darts. So this will be fun. I want to I'm gonna line up with one of my buddies, like you know, maybe naked, whatever. Like we're at the track and field, just like any good race. On your mark, get set, poof, they shoot a gun. But for us, on your mark, get set, bang, they shoot tranquilizer darts into our butt cheeks at the exact same time, at which point we sprint for distance, right? We run as fast as we fucking
I would
can.
love to participate in that.
So here we have like this epic, like high level, fucking hilarious stunt that's actually like serving a purpose of like doing like some good in the world, you know?
that's awesome.
So ostensibly, we wanted to go out there to promote tranquilizer darts. We're like, let's go out there where the trophy hunting's actually happening. And the NSPCA, the National Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in South Africa, we got a hold of them, and they were like, "Oh man, really cool that you want to help animals, but we don't back promoting what's called green hunting. It's like when you shoot the tranquilizer dart, it's called green.
So they don't back that.
They're like, that's kind of cruel to fucking animals as well. They said anytime with anesthesia, like there's inherent risks, like,
but less risk than a 50 caliber bullet.
Of course.
To the
But
head,
they said,
probably,
they said, if you want to know what we promote, we promote leaving animals the fuck alone.
Yeah.
How about that? Like that's what we want to promote.
chomp.
So how do you make content out of that exactly?
Well, this is what they said. They said we don't want to promote green hunting, but what we can do when you come out here, we can organize a fucking like a police sting to fucking arrest poachers.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Fuck yeah.
And so that
dream come
sounds
true.
like, oh my God, you picture like poachers like killing rhinos and shit. But this was a little bit like smaller scale operation, thank God. They said there's this the intersection where guys who have stolen turtles from the wild tortoises, like poaching them. They're illegally selling turtles to people who stop at the intersection. They're trying to and we're gonna fucking go with the police. Everyone in plain clothes.
Sorry, at the intersection, like where they sell churros downtown at the intersection
In South Africa.
But instead, they're selling turtles, not
selling
turtles.
fucking turtles. They come up to your car and they're like, "We got turtles.
Hey man, we got turtles 2 for $5. Man, you want a fucking turtle right now?
Right? It sounds.
I would.
Hey man, do you want a turtle?
I would always answer yes. I love turtles. I love turtles.
I like
Right,
turtles.
but here,
little do you know.
so they're gonna fucking arrest these sons of bitches, right? They're like, so we go in there, like we've put 3 days into this, of planning with we're in their offices, this and that. They're like in the fucking cops, and once we have documented, we have them with the then we're gonna say the code word. We're gonna grab these fucking guys with the cops. We're gonna arrest them, and we're like, fuck yeah, we're in. So then the thing was when it actually came the day to do it.
No one had turtles.
No. Wait, they always have fucking turtles. When it came the day to do it,
Everyone loves turtles.
when it came the fucking day to do it, the cops, having found out that it was Steve-O with his fucking crew with cameras, the cops backed out. They're like, no, we don't want to. We can't have these fucking American assholes filming us. So the cops backed out. You would think that the bust would be off, but the fucking the animal rights people, they were like, oh well, shit, let's go through it. They're like, let's just do it anyway, because they so wanted like me with my platform, with my project, to actually help their cause.
Skyjack those.
So
motherfuckers.
so we meet up, and they're like, okay, the cops backed out, and we had extensive discussions about the legality of this, and we've determined that we can go through with it, and we can deputize you to fuck it. So now all of a sudden,
You're arresting them?
now all of a
You
sudden
are
it's
the
up to
sergeant of the
he's a-
Venezuelan Navy.
South Korean-
So now,
Navy.
so
Coast
now
Guard.
it's literally up to us to fucking arrest poachers in Africa with our bare hands.
This
Like,
guy has.
this is the most fucking hilarious
we call
thing.
that flipping the switch in America.
We're like, dude, okay, so thankfully, when we pulled up, the turtle people, first thing they did was say they have turtles, but then one of them recognized one of these fucking animal rights dudes and then blew the whistle. He's like, yo, and so then all of a sudden they're like, no, we don't have turtles.
Can you
That's it.
imagine that scenario, Steve?
So it
walking
was
up
up.
to the car and saying like,
Well, dude, if the guy
"You got
wanted
fucking turtles in this
if-
car."
if
I'm gonna
they-
search the car. So if you have turtles, you
No.
fucking
The
tell
guy,
me right
the
now.
guy comes up. The guy comes up to us. It's a reverse sting. So the guy's got to come to us. And He's got to produce a turtle.
Oh,
How
He's
big?
got-
How big are
it's
the
like
turtles?
a drug bus,
Yeah.
They're
Show
very.
me the turtle.
what's the price on them? About
They wanted 850 rand, which is about $80.
Are they the? Are they the?
That's a ripoff.
A tortoise or a turtle?
A tortoise.
A big
old.
They were like they ranged in size.
And then you eat
Right.
them, they could cook them, right?
So the thing, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, these people are like their budget has gone into this. They're spread real thin. Like I cannot afford to have to have this be a failure because of me. If a guy pulls out a fucking turtle, he's going down. I can't let these people down, you know. And I'm committed. I'm fucking like. But then they recognize the dude. So I'm like, fuck, we're not gonna get the footage, and well, the only thing is, at least it wasn't my fault. You know, at least I didn't do it. But there were 4 of us out there. The other 2, they're like, okay, cool. They go down to like another fucking intersection.
There were churros at that
The
intersection.
dude
There's
fucking
still
busts,
turtles.
The dude busts out a fucking couple turtles.
Hey, man, you want
they
these
got them on
turtles?
camera. They said the go word. Meanwhile, this is in South Africa where this is the most violent fucking country ever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
everyone's
South Africa's sketch.
it's sketchy as fuck.
One of my friends
And
is out
so
there just got abducted.
my home, yeah.
He's safe now.
Right.
Is he good?
My homeboy fucking
about
sees
it
a
later.
turtle. He hears the code word. He
What was the
gets
code
out.
word, out of
It's
curiosity?
getting late. It's getting late. Like the negotiations have gone long enough. We've got the evidence.
The agent is getting laid. Move in. Move in. You're like,
yeah.
wait a sec, what? So do you want me to go?
Like, dude, my homeboy went savage.
Oh, really?
My homeboy went fucking savage.
Full send?
He fucking and dude, he's going for it. Thank God he's not that good at fighting or coordinated. But dude, he committed to the point where the footage is epic. The guy is the turtle tussle.
So they went at it.
No, the turtle tussle. They're tussling, dude.
Over the turtle.
They're
Were
fucking
fists-
fighting.
were fists
Well,
thrown?
no, he's like, yours come with me. He's like, fuck
you, motherfucker. Yeah,
you know, the dude's on. This was like the ringleader too.
Whoa.
And he's
Oh,
like,
you got
he's-
the
he's
El
going-
Chapo
he's-
of turtles.
He's going to prison, dude. He's going to prison. He doesn't want to go to prison. My buddy's tussling with. My buddy eats shit. One of the animals.
Sorry, what was the last part there?
Did he literally?
You know,
I never know with you guys.
this guy's fucking. The animal rights lady fucking keeps chasing. Motherfucker pulls a knife.
Oh, whoa.
Motherfucker pulls a knife. He's like, yeah, you want to arrest me? And she's like, I'm good. you know, like so whatever. He's got all kinds of.
You know what you do
So
when
he
you
got
got
away?
away?
Did he get away?
He got away, but then the cops came in after the fact, and we have all the evidence, so they'll nab the guy for pulling the knife and like all this and that. Like imagine and we rescued some fucking turtles, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what
took
you
him
do when
back.
someone pulls a knife on you? You skyjack in their face.
Facts.
Dude, it's
worked for me.
If my homeboy was better at wrestling, like if it was you'd have got stabbed. Because you'd had the guy, you would have had him fucking pinned him down, and you would have fucking got
Shanked
his
your
knife,
ass.
fucking stabbed.
Not
him.
if I skyjack in his face.
Logan Paul, dude. Logan Paul
Stabbed
would
by
have been
turtle
stabbed
animals.
by,
Stabbed in
Question.
South
by a
Africa.
turtle poacher.
Question. So you're serious?
That's kind of badass though. That might be one of the things that you look back on. You're like, damn, I'm glad I got stabbed by that turtle poacher.
Right.
Steve-O, you're about the animals. Steve-O is for the animals. So you want to catch poachers, and you also had this idea for green hunting. Me and Logan were talking yesterday about this. We want to set up a group of people that actually go and green hunt the poachers. So like we actually shoot the poachers with tranquilizer darts.
I don't remember having this
You
conversation
were
with you.
you were indisposed, but nonetheless.
There are poacher hunters. There's
But I
such
wanna
thing.
use-
and technically, we were doing that sort of. But as far as shooting them
with tranquilizers,
with the tranquilizer,
blow darts.
I'm sure it's happened, but I just can't. Like I can't fuck with
That's
that.
intense.
Yeah.
You can't advocate for that.
They can fire
Not,
back.
not to change the subject, but speaking of turtles, Steve-O, is there any chance that the Earth is floating through space on a turtle's back?
Yeah, I mean, in some quantum realm, I'm sure that.
What
about in this realm?
What about this? What shape do you think the Earth is? I'm just going to get to
What
the point.
shaped it? I'm gonna go with round.
Okay. We're gonna table that discussion.
Yeah, I'm not a flat earther. No.
We're gonna table that discussion. But you do know about the conversation, yeah?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
So
And I was fortunate to go in, actually faster than the speed of sound in a Russian MiG fighter jet to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere.
Not the edge of the earth, though.
The edge of the Earth's atmosphere.
Okay.
Like a commercial flight flies like 90 or 30,000 feet. I was 90,000 feet.
holy shit.
And
That's high.
that's where
That's really high.
yeah, in Russia, and like so, it's like sunny out. You know, it's like like noon, blue sky, perfect sun. I went fucking firing up to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere to the point where it's straight night. You know, and I'm looking at the Earth from the fucking Russian MiG fighter jet at the edge of the Earth's atmosphere, and I can tell you,
Did you see
it was
curvature?
round. It was fucking round.
It's around.
Would you look
Yeah.
at that?
I have a question. Switching gears again, is there a stunt that we could all join in that you have on, and that's not done yet?
Steve-O,
That
can you
would
put
be
a staple
applicable.
in my leg right now?
I mean, I think you can do that.
Well, hey, check this out. Check this out. So during this podcast, I actually drew a self-portrait of you. Or it's not a
that's
self-portrait.
fucking-
It's a portrait of
yeah,
you.
portrait of me. That's
That's
good.
that's accurate.
This is
It's pretty good.
my
Holy
depiction of
shit.
Steve-O.
I like it.
And since Steve-O, again, you inspired me growing up to do stunts and things on the internet, which I partially thank you for my career and
Hell yeah.
the things that I've done. I felt it was only appropriate if we did a stunt right now. If you're down,
All right. I mean,
really?
sure. Let's wrap it up with a stunt.
I want you to staple this to my face.
Staple it to your face.
I have a stapler here.
You really want to staple it to your face?
I want you to do it.
I've never seen him this
I want you.
responsible.
Really?
I want you to
Yeah.
staple this picture of you that I drew to my face.
Get a deep breath.
Hey, does Jeff know about this?
Yeah,
the
we talked to
picture
him.
of Steve-O stapled to my
It's
face.
clear. It's been cleared by the
Staple
team.
to your face.
Like on my cheek. What do you think of that? Is that stupid?
Well, yeah, what are you thinking here, Steve?
I would be like, I would be a little nervous about it going into a
Tooth or something?
Well, no, the cheek.
Yeah, but right
How
on
about
the
just
other
like,
side, right
how
on the
about
other
up top?
side is your
Steve-O,
teeth.
how about up top on the hairline? Like over here.
No, wait, what is it?
No,
Forehead?
top
is
is
the forehead?
like way thinner.
What a fun
The skull
conversation.
is right next to the skin.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't think that there's any really
Listen,
good.
listen,
good
Steve-O, I
spots.
need you on my body somewhere.
Steve-O,
Where are
can-
we stapling? You tell me. You tell me.
How about full nip?
Oh, full nip.
Oh, shit. That's almost worse.
That sounds like what we call a full send, Steve-O.
Okay. How about?
No. The answer is yes, of course I'm doing my
Yeah.
nipple. Oh, my God, though.
Yeah, I know, man. I have a BB in my nipple still.
You're lying.
Yeah, dude, check it out, Phil. Right here. It's been there for 8 years.
Goodness.
That was the video I referenced. I said I
Yeah.
saw you get a BB gun.
It's still in there.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you set metal detectors off at the airport?
No,
It's too
Any
small.
intentions of taking the BB out?
God no. I love that fucking thing.
God, here we go.
Try sell it and get some money if you're ever in trouble.
I like your commitment to the face. I remember the first fucking the first idea that I pitched for Jackass 3. I was like, gee, I showed up at the office and I'm like, dude, Knoxville, I had this fucking dream. It was last night. I had this fucking dream, and in my dream, we're on the movie set, and the director has got a Sharpie marker, and he's drawing a fucking
Dick.
He's drawing a dartboard on my face, like with the fuck, he's like with the circle and the fucking, and then like that. The implication in my dream was that you guys are gonna throw darts at my face. And Knoxville said, Mr. O, I applaud your commitment, but that's dark even for us. And then
That's how you know you pull the plug. Yeah.
so then I was like, I was not fucking giving up. I waited for the director to show up, and he's just an evil bastard. So the director shows
What's his
up,
name?
Jeff Tremaine.
I've had a meeting with him.
Yeah.
A couple. He's
Right. So yeah, he's an evil person. So Tremaine walks in, and I tell him the idea. He says, I like it, but the problem is that the lawyers aren't gonna approve it because it's imitatable. Like if something's easily imitatable, then there's liability concerns.
Yeah.
So then now we're all together in the room, and Knoxville says, "Oh well, there is this guy who can named Will the Farter." And so, I was talking to him about doing it with his
remember this,
asshole.
yeah. He
with
could
his
play the trumpet
asshole.
out his ass.
Yeah, and do a blow dart gun, but blow darts out of the blow dart gun with his asshole, like farting on command.
That is incredible.
And he's like,
It's like-
he says it wouldn't be imitatable if he blew a dart out of his fucking asshole into your face with a blow dart gun. So that
can
was
see
the
it.
first thing we filmed.
I can see it.
discover you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, dude, that was fucking crazy. And the guy's there. We're talking to him. He was like born without an asshole. Some
You
weird,
hate to see that.
Some weird shit.
That's
hate to
sad.
see that.
I couldn't
That
imagine.
he's one of the guys he shits out of his belly button. Is that how he shits?
I don't know if he shits out of his belly button.
I made
think
that up. I was taking a fucking stab.
I think
at
they
it,
had.
dude. I apologize.
Yo, well, listen.
They had like some weird thing.
On the- on
the peck is the way to go.
on the
An opportunity to take your shirt
Steve-O,
off.
staple the fucking thing to his face. Cut the shit.
no. It's
Cut the fucking
fuck.
shit.
Am I really about to
dude.
No,
staple
let's
Steve's
go to
face
the
to my
nipple.
nipple?
Let's go to the nipple.
Holy shit!
All right. I'll give it a little play by
All
play
right,
here.
so this is gonna be the big ender. Are we
Yep.
gonna do an outro with this?
Yeah, we're all gonna skyjack on fucking.
While everyone's getting ready for the epic staple.
Oh shit! Wait, hold up. Nah, never mind.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my little sign off
Please,
here.
please.
I'm
Let
on
us
my
know what's
bucket
going
list.
on.
If you want to see the fucked up shit and hear the rest of the ideas for the bucket list and actually see skyjacking and the rest of it, then my tour dates are on my website. I'll be
We're gonna
in
put it in the description.
description.
Everything's
Okay, good.
all this is in the description.
And
guys.
New York State. I'm all over New York State the rest of this month. Miami next. And follow me on Instagram. all
Go
that
see
shit.
Steve-O.
You got any shows in LA?
January 15th.
We're coming.
Let's
We're
go.
coming.
Hollywood Improv.
We're coming.
All right.
We invited?
Of course you are.
Hell
Amazing.
January 15th, Hollywood Improv. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's see how many I can pump in there.
Woo! Well, we're going for multiple.
more than one. All right.
Yeah, it's got to stay on.
Wait, fuck! Oh shit!
Wow.
Get it.
Upstairs.
Get it.
Okay.
Stay still.
There it is.
I got 4 of them.
Oh my god!
I got 4 in.
Did you get one in the nipple? You might have to have one just for keepsake.
Thank you, Steve-O.
Dude, I'm thoroughly impressed by your pad, dude.
Thank you.
And your
Beautiful house.
operation.
Thank you. I've only been able to do it because of my phenomenal audience and
Yeah.
being able to do what I love has been
And
absolutely
inspirations.
incredible.
It's
Like,
hey,
Thanks to
dude.
you, dude. Seriously.
Like I'll tell you, man, I'm like you got me inspired, dude. You got me inspired to fucking
love
really-
that.
to really turn up the heat on the fucking on the content.
It's very real,
Skyjack all over him, Steve-O. Don't let him fuck with you.
Yo,
Right.
thank you guys for listening to this episode of Impulsive. Again, we're going to do an audio version only right now for Spotify and iTunes exclusively. If you are not subscribed, make sure to do so. YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, rate us 5 stars. We'll send you $9. Episode number 10 with Steve-O is a wrap. Again, thank you for watching. I love you. Take it easy, man.
See ya.